June is coming up real fast, and you know what that means? A whole slew of new games. Every month, we put together a list of games that we know people are going to be talking about, and we talk about them too. I'm Fox's Falcon, and today on gameranx, the 10 biggest new games coming out in June 2025. Starting off with number 10, it's Dune Awakening. Ironic name, right? It was originally going to come out on May 20th, and it slept. Tee-hee. So you had a spicy 3-week delay born from closed beta feedback and a desire to stick the landing, and honestly, as much as it's funny to make fun of the name being Awakening and it slept a little longer, it slept past its alarm, it is Awakening, and honestly, I appreciate when developers incorporate feedback for the better. I hope it's not one of those overcorrections, but honestly, it's 3 weeks, it's probably not that big. It's probably something important too, otherwise they wouldn't do it. If you're not aware, Dune Awakening is an ambitious survival MMO, and if you have early access, it's going to kick off on June 5th. That said, the official date is June 10th. If you get the head start, good for you, but I mean, it's a good looking game, honestly. I'm not even really a huge Dune fan, and I think it looks cool, so I'll definitely give this one a go. At number 9 is Rematch, a football game, or soccer if you're, concerned about saying the correct name of the sport. That's going to get me some heat. It's a soccer game from the Sifu guys. Slow Clap, fantastic guys. Made Sifu, made Absolver, both are great. Sifu at one of the all-time greats, honestly, as far as I'm concerned. Up there, probably in the top 100 games of all time somewhere. Rematch is something totally different. I mean, it is a 3v3, 4v4, 5v5 soccer/football game in a futuristic looking, like crazy sort of arena setting with a lot of cool looking stuff where you play as just one player. You take control of one player and you play them in the game. It rewrites a bunch of the rules, makes it much more extreme. Honestly, it looks like it's chaotic. It kind of has an NFL Blitz energy to it, but also not really. It's something new, and that's cool. You don't really see that with soccer/football. To be frank, I'm gonna try this game. It looks very fun. It's coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on June 19th. Moving on to number 8, it's Broken Arrow, an RTS that looks like it's just going to be like a massive scale, like Michael Bay craziness, with tons and tons of different units. It's you versus Russia. Maybe you are Russia and you're against the US. I don't know. It's up to you, I think, but it really focuses on gun customization. Like the bigger guns, obviously it's important who has the bigger guns, but it's more about who customizes them well. Are you outfitting your tanks with reactive armor and thermal optics? That's probably going to give you a bit of an advantage over somebody who doesn't, right? So you better do it. That's what this game is about. I mean, I'm not even going to pretend that like this is for everybody. It's one of those granular micromanagement type sims, but I know there's a certain type of person just loves this type of thing. I'm one of those people. I've always loved RTS games. We've kind of been in an extreme drought of good RTS games for a while now, and I have some high hopes for this. I hope that it turns out good. Either way, this lands on PC June 19th. At number 7 is The Alters, an upcoming survival sci-fi game from 11-bit studios. You play as Jan Dolsky, a space miner, gotta create alternate versions of himself known as alters. Kinda looks like that Mickey movie in certain ways, but not in every way. Well, that sounds weird, that Mickey movie. It's the one with their clone of the guy. This is also a clone of the guy story, okay? This alters thing is a little bit different though, because each and every one of these alters comes from a different universe, as opposed to is a clone specifically. And each of them have different backstories and act differently, etc., etc. It looks like a pretty interesting concept because you got the survival mechanics, you got the base building, but you also got the emotional storytelling and the managing of conflict between the different versions of yourself that will frankly have conflict. The Alters is landing on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC June 13th. At number 6, it's MindsEye, a single-player narrative-driven action-adventure game by Builder Rocket Boy and published by IO. It's set in a near-future metropolis called Red Rock City. You're a soldier or a former soldier, and you have a mysterious neural implant called the MindsEye. This is one of those games, it looks weird in certain ways, like not bad ways, good ways. But I also don't know exactly what to make of it. And sometimes that's a good thing. The guy who directed, Leslie Benzies, is known for working on Grand Theft Auto. And honestly, like, it could be really good. I don't know. It's one of those things that, like, I'm almost more interested just in how it is rather than if it's good. If it's good, that's a bonus. In fact, that's the best case scenario, and let's all hope for that. MindsEye is landing on PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam June 10th. Moving on to number 5, it is BitCraft Online. This is an interesting looking game to me. It's a sandbox MMORPG with a single persistent world where every player's actions, from building settlements to exploring ancient ruins, shape things. The emphasis of this game is community-driven gameplay. Players can apparently construct cities, you can trade goods, there's an in-game economy. I don't know to what extent, I don't know if we're talking EVE Online levels, but I mean, we're talking something. I mean, this thing's ambitious, and it does look pretty cool. They are also smart. They delayed from their original May 29th date to avoid getting sucked in by Dune Awakening and Elden Ring Night Rain. So I would say, if this looks interesting to you, it's coming to PC June 20th. Moving on to number 4, it's Tron Catalyst. I mean, it's a Tron game. We don't get a lot of Tron games. On top of that, they're not trying to give us like something super insane, like some stupid live service first-person shooter that should be an immersive sim or something. No, this is a top-down isometric action-adventure game in which you get the ability to glitch, which is basically manipulate time loops in the Tron world. On top of that, you got the identity discs, you got the light cycles. I mean, everything I've seen of this game makes it look cool, but also, I don't know a hell of a lot about the developers, so I don't really know, based on reputation, if they're going to be able to follow through. Looks cool. I would like it to be good, and I will definitely give it a roll when it comes to PS5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch on June 17th. And at number 3, it's Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. Steel Wool Studios is back to haunt your dreams some more, giving us a clever Friday the 13th release, because subtlety is for the weak. This is the 11th mainline installment of the Five Nights at Freddy's series, and plunges you into the eerie depths of Murray's costume manor. You're there to retrieve the Fosbar prized prototype thing. Don't worry about it. Problem is, there's a shape-shifting endoskeleton known as the Mimic around. That's not fun. We don't like our shape-shifting endoskeletons to lurk, you know? Lurking in the shadows and stuff, not for me. Keep the endoskeletons away from me. In terms of graphics, it looks pretty good. I mean, we've had some interesting first-person Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. I'm not sure if I consider them to have nailed it yet, so maybe this will be the one where they do it. They've been interesting and fun, though, so I'm there. Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic is coming to PC and PS5 June 13th.
And number 2 is Mario Kart World. So exclusively on the new Nintendo Switch 2, we get a big departure from the traditional Mario Kart circuit-based format and get an open world, 24-player online, obviously, you know, less offline, really big Mario Kart game. So obviously, you're probably aware of the gameplay of Mario Kart. That all seems pretty preserved here, but now you have a bunch of fun new modes like Knockout Tour, where last place racers are eliminated each lap, Free Roam, which basically lets you explore the open world on your kart, and the world itself quite large, very interconnected, lots of different regions. You got unlockable outfits, a lot of new playable characters, including some unexpected ones like a cow from Moo Moo Meadows. I don't know, I mean, I can't wait to play Mario Kart World. I love Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8's fantastic. Mario Kart World looks like it's a more robust entry that's going to allow for a lot of replayability that maybe isn't inherent in racing games, at least non-open open world ones. And I mean, it's a Nintendo open world one, so it's probably going to be a little less tedious than, some of the more bloated ones. You got an art style that's drawing some inspiration from the Mario movie and also Mario Wonder. Honestly, in every way, just a really fun looking game. I can't wait to play it. It's coming, like I said, exclusively to Nintendo Switch 2, June 5th.
And finally, at number 1, as if you thought it would be anything other than this, but it's Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Let me just give you a story breakdown for what's happening in Death Stranding 2. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I've beaten the original Death Stranding multiple times. I do not understand what's going on. But I will tell you this, Kojima reworked the game's narrative to reflect the global impact of COVID-19, as if he didn't just predict it, along with everything else over the last 30 years. Anyway, you're still Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus, and you're still doing Bridges stuff, I guess. I don't know, maybe you're not. Maybe you are for a little while and it stops. I don't know, we'll see. It looks a little more action-oriented. It looks much bigger in scale. It's very cool looking. It's a Kojima game. What else could you want from it? It looks adequately weird and huge and cool. And hopefully Conan O'Brien's in it. He's probably not in it. Anyway, Death Stranding 2 on the beach is landing on PS5 June 26th.
And a quick bonus for you, it's not a game, it's the Nintendo Switch 2. It's going to be a lot of games, and it's going to be a huge thing. Like, if the pre-order process has been any indication, this is going to be huge. I had a hell of a time securing one, and I paid more than I should for it because absolutely everywhere was sold out near immediately. In all seriousness, there are going to be some monsters that come out for this friggin' thing. We obviously have the launch title of Mario Kart World, and that's going to be the big thing everyone talks about. But through the coming months, there are some real bangers that I can't wait to get into more detail. Everything about this thing just looks better. It's bigger, the build quality looks significantly better. I love the magnets. I love the fact that the Joy-Cons can be mice. I love the fact that it's not just barely better than the Wii U. This thing's got some beef, and I cannot tell you how much I am looking forward to how Nintendo and now third-party developers utilize the hardware. I'm really excited. Nintendo Switch 2 is coming on June 5th.
Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 coming out. It's been years of cryptic updates, and we're finally getting the release of Chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune. Now, the release coincides with the launch of Nintendo Switch 2, but don't worry, it's coming to pretty much everything. And the first 2 chapters of this game were free, but this new bundle, which does come with all 4 chapters, might I add, is going to set you back $25, which is, that's fine. Toby Fox also confirmed that all the future chapters beyond 4 are going to be added as free updates, so you're never going to have to pay again. That's that. We've got this game called Date Everything. This honestly looks freaking hilarious. So it's so stupid. You get magical glasses that bring household objects to life, and you can date them. Troy Baker's playing a treadmill in this game. I don't know what else I could possibly say. That's insane. Date Everything's coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and Switch, as well as PC, June 17th. System Shock 2, the 25th anniversary remaster, brought to us by Night Dive Studios, the people who did the absolutely excellent System Shock remaster, bringing that same enhanced graphics and modernized controls approach to another classic immersive sim. I will absolutely play this. It has been such a long time since I played System Shock 2. It's coming to the PlayStations, the Xboxes, and Nintendo Switch, as well as PC. Also June 26th. Next is Cast and Chill, a fishing game in which it has both an active and an idle mode. You got gear upgrades, you got serene landscapes, a dog. You can work, you can cook, or you can do whatever. It's fishing, except for you don't have to go somewhere. They don't actually have an exact date, but they are releasing this month to the PC. Last is Ruffy and the Riverside, a 3D platformer, pretty vibrant looking. You're a bear-like creature called Ruffy, and you can swap textures in the environment, which I think is an interesting idea. You could turn water into lava, you could turn walls into vines, and critics have been raving about it. It's a platformer that I really want to try, and I'm excited to do so. It's landing on the PS5, the Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch, as well as PC on June 26th. That's all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications. And as always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter, Falcon the Hero. We'll see you next time right here on gameranx.